Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed, baby. Now let's talk a little heavyweights, right? A heavyweight mainstay. A very good heavyweight that we know from England, that would be Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is a two-time heavyweight champion. He's held 3 belts on 2 occasions, and he's had some pretty damn big fights over his career. I think his biggest win would have to be the Anthony Joshua win, the Vladimir Klitschko win. And I say that, I know Klitschko was a little older, but Klitschko on that night was damn good, right? Damn good. I don't know why, but I was going for Klitschko on that night because he's the underdog. And I tell you, when fights where I'm indifferent, then I just automatically kind of go for the underdog. So Vladimir was looking real good because I had never been for Vladimir before the Anthony Joshua fight. Just that one. And I remember screaming at the TV when Vladimir had Joshua down. But Joshua got up and handled his business, right? But, the bottom line with fighters like Anthony Joshua, if you coddle them over years, right? I know Great Britain was very happy to have someone like Anthony Joshua, someone who can sell, a big chiseled guy, who hits hard, and you could basically sell him. So they were very proud of him, right? And but right now, Anthony Joshua is going through it. Now, one of his contemporaries, I think super middleweight champion, George Groves. George Groves is also, has the second highest capacity in Wembley Stadium when he fought Carl Froch. I think they had 80,000 in there back then. That was a pretty good build up to that fight. They hated each other. George Groves is still good. George Groves has a win also over Chris Eubank Jr. Everybody's not beating him either. So George Groves is a very good fighter. Now, George Groves seems to think that Anthony Joshua might be contemplating retirement. And I'm not here to tell you guys George Groves ain't the only one that thinks that, right? I think Anthony Joshua, I was talking about it the other day, Anthony Joshua might be contemplating retirement for the reasons George Groves says, and I do too, is, he's accomplished a lot and he's been paid, right? Now, here's something George Groves is not talking about. I'm talking about more like what Frank Warren was saying. A lot of people fancy beating Anthony Joshua. Now, and I will just tell you, Anthony Joshua ain't beating Tyson Fury. He ain't beating Deontay Wilder. He ain't beating Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz. He probably ain't beating Joe Joyce. He ain't beating Filip Hrgović. He obviously ain't beating Alexander Usyk. He ain't beating Andy Ruiz Jr. if he's a fit one. Right? And I haven't even mentioned some of the other ones. It's a few others. But that's enough. And we know, and I'm categorically saying he's going to have problems beating any of those guys. Now, because he's a big puncher, there's possibilities. But he's timid now, and he just simply is not great at taking punches. Now, we can't just say like he can't beat anybody, but he's won a lot of fights. So we can't say that. I think another fight I thought he looked phenomenal in is Dominic Breazeale. I know people, Dominic Breazeale got a chin and is a sturdy guy, tough guy. Deontay Wilder got rid of him with one blow, and I think Otto Wallen has beaten him of late, and he's probably, not going to fight too much. But I'm just saying, when Anthony Joshua beat Dominic Breazeale, it wasn't easy to do, right? So, Joshua going to get his props where he's to deserve them. I'm not like you guys. Just because I don't roll with somebody, can't give them props. He's done real good things. But we just know he's been coddled, and he, hasn't had to fight certain people. One is Deontay Wilder, and we saw he didn't want to just jump into the Tyson Fury fight, which he should have. So he might be really contemplating retirement. And I'm going to add this before I go on out of here. Canelo is similar, right? Someone who's coddled, someone who's gotten everything they wanted in their career, where sanctioning bodies would even cheat for him. WBC literally cheats for Canelo Alvarez. And now he's at a point where, we're losing too much money. DAZN has basically messed up their whole company, wasting money on Canelo, right? Not forcing them to fight people and stuff like that. And now, where does Canelo go? Because just like I named all them names for Anthony Joshua, I could do the same with Canelo. He ain't fighting Demetrius Andrade. He ain't fighting Charlo. He's not fighting David Morrell. He's not fighting David Benavidez. He's not fighting Bivol again. He's not fighting Gilberto Ramirez. He's not fighting Artur Beterbiev. Those are the great ones from 160 to 175. So what are you going to be doing? Ain't nobody trying to pay Canelo for fight no John Ryder. Ain't nobody want to see Anthony Joshua fight me. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, retiring is the best thing. And I'm going to tell you, it's not like retiring forever. But when you retire for a year, then you can come back and then you can fight me. And everybody will be okay with it. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think Anthony Joshua is probably going to take this route. Canelo too. Let's just see. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.